My pack looks crazy. It is packed full. There's a blaze on the back of the sign. Okay. Good morning and welcome to day 18 on the Appalachian Trail. Today we're going into the Smokies. My pack is so full, it's the heaviest it's ever been. So today is going to be interesting. I just like the blazes on all the random things, like this water fountain. So you actually like have to get water from this water fountain for it to count as a thru hike of the AT. Just kidding. So something about the Smoky Mountains is you have to sleep in or around the shelters. There's no dispersed camping in the Smokies. And if there's space in the shelter, you have to sleep in the shelter. You can't just set up your tent because you want to. You can only tent if the shelters are full. And unfortunately, right now, the first shelter in the Smokies, Molly's Ridge Shelter, is closed due to a problem bear. I guess their solution with the problem bears is to just cut off the food source entirely and hope that the problem corrects itself. So you're not allowed to camp at Molly's Ridge Shelter right now. There's a bear that's been taking people's food bags. Yeah, that shelter is 13-ish miles from the shelter I was just at, Fontana Hilton. The next shelter is 15.8, I think. So that's what I'm doing today. And it is a whole lot of up because this is a really big gap that we're in. I think I'm doing like 4,300 feet of elevation gain today and 16 miles. It's gonna be a hard day. It's gonna be a long day. I'm just gonna take my time. Luckily in the Smokies, there are bear cables at all of the shelters, so I don't need to worry about having time to hang my food bag or anything, or like try to find a branch and throw the rock and stuff. So that saves me a lot of time. So I can just pull up around dinner, set up my bed, eat, go to sleep. It's not the end of the world, and every other day after this should be significantly easier. So that's what's happening today. I'm excited to enter the Smokies. First I have to kind of walk along the water in Fontana Dam, which I'm not complaining about. It's beautiful. Pack is hurting though. I have never had a pack this heavy before. So we'll see how this goes. Morning. Good, how are you? I'm going up and over all of these today. I don't know if you can see, but right above my trekking pole there's a fire tower. I will see that in a few hours. That looks hard. Time to go up forever. So I printed off this permit at the Rambling Roots hostel, and then I have the bottom half still for when I leave the Smokies. When you enter, you write down the date you're entering in there. You just keep going up. I'm 3.7 miles in. I've done 1,700 feet so far. I'm like 1 mile from where I'm gonna take a break. Looks like it's gonna be a cool viewpoint, so that's pushing me through. But man, this is hard and I'm tired. I really don't want to do these extra steps, but I feel like you just need to see how big my pack is. It has to be like 40 pounds. I'm not kidding. Wow. I'm gonna have lunch right there. Not bad. Trying to eat my heavier snacks first. I'm probably carrying like 2 pounds worth of dried fruit. But it's so good. The trail goes that way, but I'm gonna take a quick blue blaze up to that fire tower I saw earlier. There it is. I'm gonna go up it in a second once I catch my breath. It apparently has one of the best views in the park. And this is the remains of an old warden cabin. So the chimney's still over there. And some kind of concrete base. Stairs. I'm already doing 4,800 feet of elevation today. So it's a few more, right? Oh my god. Okay, fine, I'll keep going. You can see the lake down there, and it's the dam. I think that's what I walked across this morning. Down there in the middle. Right down there. And now here I am at the fire tower I saw just a couple hours ago. Like not even 3 hours ago. Okay. Oh, it's hot. These are tight corners. It's hard to turn with my pack on. Okay. Oh my god. I've got like 2 more flights of stairs. This is amazing. There's Montana Dam. I like that sticker. Same. It's really hard to maneuver in these tight spaces with this big freaking pack. This is great. I'm so glad I could be up here on a clear day. I'm so glad I did the extra hill, even though I kind of didn't want to once I started going up that blue blaze, but this is so worth it. This view is insane. I don't like it. It's gonna be hard to leave from up here. So, I actually already made it to the Birch Spring Gap campground, which is the place that you can camp 6 miles in from the Fontana Dam shelter. And I got here at 11:30 a.m. So I'm definitely not camping there. Just really inconvenient distance campsites today. But it's 8.5 to Russell Field shelter, which is less than I thought, so should be fine. I'll get there by 5 for sure. Excuse me. It's so heavy. This is your 10-second warning if you don't want to look at poop. Skip ahead 10 seconds. Otherwise, this is the second big old pile of bear scat I've seen on the trail in the last probably mile and a half. The bears are here, and so am I, guys. I just don't want to see one. I know everybody wants to see one on the trail. I kind of don't. I don't really need to see one. I've seen bears. I'm good. But especially not in the Smokies. They're just a little too comfortable with humans sometimes. And I don't really want to deal with that. I'm trying not to let that fear take away from experiencing the place around me. So I just talk out loud every once in a while. I just talk to myself, like whatever I'm thinking, I'll just say it out loud. Nobody else is here. Just to feel at least a little more comfortable, and then I can just actually take in and enjoy where I am. I guess I've learned on this hike that the fear of bears while solo hiking is still very much alive. I briefly mentioned that in my Moab video because I was like, oh, I feel so great right now. Maybe my fear is gone. It's not. I'm just not afraid of coyotes and things, desert animals, but mountain animals, I'm scared. Just had a nice long break next to this water source here. I'm 4.5 miles from the shelter, I think, ish. And I got a whole lot of up and a whole lot of down before I get there. I got lots of food in me now. I'm like actually just trying to bring the weight of my pack down. So I've been eating a lot today and it feels great, so I should probably do this more often. I kind of think my hunger is starting to kick in a little bit. Not a lot. I'm still definitely like making myself eat, but the appetite is coming. Like when I sit down to snack, I just want to keep snacking. Here's another poop warning. Skip ahead if you don't want to see it. This one is crazy. That is so gross. Third one. And this is just my first day in the Smokies. I don't like it. No bears. I don't want to see them. Well, I just saw my first bear. It was a little too close and I didn't notice it until it started to run away. It was probably like, I don't even know how to describe this. That tree back there, it was around there. I scared it. It freaked out and started huffing and ran away, so I only saw its back. But probably should start talking a little more through this brushy section and paying a little more attention to what's happening around me. Oh my god, I didn't want to see a bear today. I said I didn't want to see one. I'm glad it was afraid of me. I know they all are, but I've just been getting nervous going up to Molly's Ridge shelter because there is a bear that lives in this area that's not very afraid of humans. That's why the shelter is closed. Oh my god. Wow, my heart is beating so fast. Made it to Molly's Ridge shelter. This is a shelter I can't stay in tonight because of a problem bear. But here it is. It's so different from all the other shelters I've seen. They're asking that you don't even take breaks or lunch at the shelter. They're cutting off any and all food from this area. You can bring your horse up here. Oh my god, I can't believe I saw a bear.
Don't fall.
Have to go down here to get water. After 16 miles. Okay, another poop warning. This is on the trail to get water from the shelter. Girl. Here's the state of my sun hoodie. It's just fully brown where the pack touches. Wonderful. So we are all debating what this structure is for. If anyone knows, let me know. I think the consensus is to tie up pack animals. And there's apparently a cage somewhere else back here. Here, there's just a cage. I don't know if you can see it on the camera. Really weird. There's lots of cool people at the shelter right now. It's been a lot of fun. I just love this trail and the people on this trail. They're so cool.
You want me to make any tea?
No.
Well, and I have an old bag and it's just one of the process. Lines, coming to the fire hydrant.
Amazing.
All right.
Okay, it's the end of day 18. Today I hiked 15.4 to the Russell Field shelter. I entered the Smoky Mountains. I saw my first bear. I did a big day. It was like almost 4,900 feet of elevation gain, probably over that with the fire tower blue blaze and actually going up the fire tower. I think it was like 2,000 something elevation decrease as well, so just a big day, but surprisingly didn't feel horrible. A lot of the elevation change was really gradual, so that helped a lot. Nothing too crazy, no super long stair sections like between the NOC and Fontana Dam, so it actually felt pretty manageable. I was really surprised at how strong I felt. I don't know if that's me getting stronger or the climb just being more gradual, maybe a little bit of both. But I feel really good about it. We have just been hanging out at the shelter, eating food and chatting with everyone. There's a lot of people here. There's me and 4 of the people I've been hiking with, and then 5 or 6 section hikers so far. So shelter should be pretty full tonight. We're gonna have a fire in the fireplace, which is pretty exciting. And yeah, I think that's about it. Today was a good day. I feel really good about today. I feel strong. I'm gonna try and take it a little bit easier tomorrow and not do something quite so crazy. Especially with the heavy pack, my back was starting to hurt at the end of the day for sure. So I'm gonna give myself a little bit of a break tomorrow and I can push bigger miles once my pack is a little bit lighter. Anyway, day 1 in the Smokies is done. I'm excited to see what the next few days here have in store for me. I will see you tomorrow. Good night.
I would decorate it with, Christmas ornaments.
Gather sticks before I
I'd have bring it to 750. Sugars make more sense.
That's a good shot.
Well, kind of off the rule of thirds a little bit.